Today we're going to be making these turkey meatballs. They are so good. You have to try them. Hi guys, welcome back. That was really high pitched. Hi guys, welcome back to Bread and Butter, your favorite cooking channel. Today we're gonna make or bake some turkey meatballs. Now give me a second. I want to tell you about something. I have a cooking channel and I do love to cook, but I always like to have things in the kitchen or in the fridge or in the freezer that will save me some time. For example, if I'm making bolognese sauce, like a nice minced beef with a tomato, kind of carrot onion situation, I will always make more, and the leftovers I'm gonna store in the freezer. So when I'm short of time and when there's nothing to eat at home, you just take it out, quickly defrost, boil up some pasta, and dinner is ready. This is exactly what I do when it comes to meatballs, or any kind of, fish patties or falafel. It will not take you more time to, let's say, make 40 instead of 20, but you will have a ready dinner in the freezer. And that's great. On my channel, I already have a really nice recipe for like beef meatballs. I make them with zucchini. They come out delicious and very moist and juicy. If you tap on the screen somewhere in this area, I'm gonna link the video. Today, we're gonna be making a leaner version, but also moist and delicious, using turkey breast. Now, I like to make my own minced meat because I don't know, when they're in the store, you kind of never know how long they've been there, so I buy a whole turkey breast. You could totally use chicken breast instead of this, and we will make the mince by ourselves. These guys, turkey and chicken breast, tend to be on the leaner side and a bit more bland in flavor. So what we want to do is infuse our meatballs with as much flavor as possible. And for that, we will be using some greens. I have some coriander and some dill here. That's gonna add flavor. I'm gonna be using a little bit of Parmesan cheese. And because this stuff is so lean, you can kind of, go a bit heavier on the fats. We're gonna be using 2 eggs to kind of glue it all together. And I always like to hide some vegetables inside my meatballs. And today there's gonna be carrots, but I sometimes use pumpkins. If I have a pumpkin lying around, I'm gonna use it. Now, also, as a great binder, we're gonna be using oats. We're gonna grind this into flour, but if you don't have oats, you could use oat bran, or for example, any kind of flour. Just take a whole wheat flour, and you can totally sub the oats for that. Down below, as always, I have the recipe in the description with all of the details, how many grams of this or grams of that you're gonna need. I'm gonna go and get that big thing that makes this into mince. Mine is like 100 years old, but it does the trick, so who cares? And a little life hack for you, I'm gonna chop up the meat so it's gonna fit inside. Just to kind of push everything through, I'm gonna finish off with a carrot. And that's gonna mince the carrots right into the meat, and also make sure that nothing is stuck inside the machine. So I have all of my ingredients ready. I've preheated the oven. I have my baking tray, some parchment paper. The only thing left to do is mix this all together. And since I'm gonna be rolling them into meatballs by hand, I'm also gonna mix all of this by hand. I don't know, my mom, I just remember my mom, when I was growing up, she would always work with like any kind of dough, even with mince, she would always do it by hand. I think it just adds a loving touch. If you're going to freeze a batch, what I recommend you do is roll them up into balls, put them on some parchment paper, and just shove them in the freezer for like at least an hour. The minute they get cold, you can transfer them into a bag and just keep them in a Ziploc bag in your freezer. So when you need them, you preheat the oven, you take them out, you put them on the pan, and you bake. It's that simple. Give me a sec. Don't rush me. Let me enjoy the moment. I love a good meatball. These are delicious. Can you fry them? Of course. You can totally fry them in the pan with some oil, but I like to bake them. They still get that crust. And they're so good. I mean, they're so good. Can you taste the cheese? Yes. The carrots, they have this lovely sweetness. You have the herbs. It is so good. I think I have a ton of greens stuck in my teeth. I'm sorry if I do. I'm serving them up today with some of my homemade ketchup. Of course, the recipe's on my channel. I'm gonna attach a link to the video right here. So this is veg. This is basically tomatoes, peppers, onions. I'm also plating this up with my baked vegetables. I call this ajap sandal. This is the leanest way to cook your veg because we use a drop of oil. So basically, this is really nutritious. You have vegetables hidden in in your protein, in your side dish, in your sauce. I mean, this is just really healthy, but it's also really delicious. Do you mind if I eat with my hands? I'm just gonna take a meatball. You know how they do now in these videos? They kind of scratch the top. Can you hear? They're crunchy. They're not like mushy and soft. And so you dip it in some ketchup. Look at that. So the carrots weren't grated. They were quite large, the chunks, so they still give a lot of texture to the meatballs. You know what you could do? Add some garlic powder, add some onion powder, add some sriracha or some hot sauce. You can add it to the mince itself, or you can serve it up with something spicy. Oh, let me show you the ones that I put in the freezer. Hang on. So they haven't become rock solid yet, but they will. And when they do, in a bag, and I store them there for at least, I don't know, a month. You don't need to defrost them. Just take them out, put them on a pan, and send them to the oven. One more thing. You know what you could do for the kids or for yourself in the evening? Cook some spaghetti, add some of the sauce, thin the sauce out, the ketchup, with a little bit of pasta water, and just throw in the meatballs after the oven when they're cooked. And you'll get like the whole spaghetti and turkey meatball situation. Anyway, let me know if you like this recipe. Drop me a comment below. Subscribe to my channel. Be nice, be kind. Have a great day, and see you soon.